Hey guys, my name is Matt Kelly, and in this video I'm going to show you 3 beautiful chord voicings and riffs that you can steal and use in your own playing, practicing, or even incorporate some of these ideas into your own songs. To make these sound as best as they can, try using a lot of hall or chamber style reverb to make it sound huge, ambient, and perfect. Tabs will be available on my Patreon page, as well as 2 extra bonus riffs, so if you want to go check that out and also support me and this channel. So let's check out Ambient Riff number 1. Alright, so to start, we're going to put our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, our pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and our pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string. And you're going to pluck all 3 of those strings. Okay. Then we're going to adjust over to the 5th fret, the 7th fret area. We're going to put our 1st finger on the 5th fret of the A string, our ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string, and our pinky on the 7th fret of the B string. So you're going to pluck the A, G, and B strings now. So we have, now we're going to keep our ring finger and pinky where they are at, and we're going to take off our pointer finger and move to our middle finger on the 7th fret of the low E string. Okay, so that's pretty much, we're going to repeat that. Now the second time around, we're going to go and do this, and then repeat it. So that part, all it is our middle finger on the 5th fret of the low E string and our ring finger on the 5th fret of the B string. So all together we have this. And repeat the lick. For this riff, we can also spice it up and make it sound more upbeat, like this. You can do this to a lot of different riffs. All you have to do is just change up your picking pattern as well as your string choices. The tab to this upbeat version will also be on my Patreon page. So let's check out Ambient Voicings and riff number 2. So to play this lick, we're going to be using our thumb to play some of the bass notes on the low E string. So we're going to start with our thumb on the 9th fret of the E string. So we're going to pluck the low E string, the G string, B, and high E strings. Our pointer finger is going to cover the G and B string on the 9th fret, and our pinky is going to take care of the 12th fret. Okay, so once we play that, we're going to release our thumb, take our pinky off of the 12th fret, and place our ring finger on the 11th fret of the high E string now. Okay, so we have this. Now we're going to move on to an A type of chord. Our ring finger is going to go on the 7th fret of the D string. Our middle finger is going to go on the 6th fret of the G string. We're going to skip that B string for now and place our pointer finger on the 4th fret of the high E string. Now, we can put our thumb on the 5th fret of the low E string if we wanted to, but in this case, we can just pluck that open A string as is. So we have this. So we're really only plucking the A string, G string, B string, and E string, but I did tell you to put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string. I did this is because this shape is the A major shape, and it's much easier to form it when you do it this way. So if you just kind of went to it from this to this, it might be a little confusing, so it's just easier to play that full A major shape, except for we're putting our pointer finger on the 4th fret of the E string. Okay, so the next chord, the final chord, is a B major type chord. We're going to put our thumb back on the low E string on the 7th fret. Okay, our ring finger is going to go on the 9th fret of the D string, middle finger on the 8th fret of the G string, and our pointer on the 7th fret of the high E string. Now, like I said earlier, we're not playing that D string where our ring finger is at. It's just a good bass to have. So we're really only plucking the low E string, the G string, the B string, and the high E string. So all together we have this. For this last ambient riff, we have a nice little fingerstyle pattern that does a walk down in the key of G major. This riff would sound great on an acoustic guitar as well, and it's also an amazing finger picking exercise. Let's hear what it sounds like. So to start this one off, we're going to put our middle finger on the 10th fret of the A string, our pointer finger on the 9th fret of the D string. We're going to keep that G string open, and put our pinky finger on the 12th fret of the B string. Okay, so we're going to pluck all 4 strings, the A, D, G, and B. Now we're going to keep this same position, except we're going to take our pinky off and place our pointer finger on the 10th fret of the B string now. Okay. So our pointer and pinky don't move for those first 2 chords. Okay, I'm sorry, the pointer and our middle finger. So now we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to be playing the same notes, but we're going to move our fingers around to make it easier to play the next chord. So our ring finger is going to go on the 10th fret of the A string. Our middle finger is going to go on the 9th fret of the D string. And we're going to keep that G string still open. And our pointer finger is going to go on the 8th fret of the B string now. So we're still playing those same strings, A, D, G, and B. So we have... Now this one's going to be a little bit of a stretch. We're going to put our ring finger on the 10th fret of the E string now. We're going to keep our middle finger where it's at on the 9th fret of the D string. And we're going to move our pointer finger to the 7th fret of the B string now. So we're going from 8 to 7. So it's going to be a little bit of a stretch. We're going from this to this. It's a little bit of a stretch. So now we're going to play the E string, D string, G string, and our pointer finger. Okay, so we have this. So now we're going to be playing on this end of the fretboard, our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. We're going to keep those D and the G strings open. Put our pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string, and we're going to play those same strings, A, D, G, and B. Okay, now I do a little bit of a variation here. You can kind of mess around with the type of sounds you like best, so you can repeat that if you'd like. But sometimes I like going to my pointer finger on the 1st fret of the B string, so I lift up my pinky. And you can even, if you'd like to, lift up your pointer finger and play the open B string. So you can play something like this. Or you can even just not move anything at all. And then to finish it off, we're just going to be playing an open G major chord. Just our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. And we're just going to pluck the open D, G, and B string to finish it. Okay, so all together. All right, so all together. Okay, all right, so all together. So there you have it, 3 gorgeous and ambient style riffs and chord voicings that you can practice with or even alter to make your own. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to get your tabs to these and the other 2 additional bonus riffs over on my Patreon page. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week, and as always, keep on playing.